Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to this video. And I just want to start off before I get into it. I want to start off by saying that I really felt that I needed to share this for the sole purpose, that my heart goes out to people that have had this struggle and that even going through this struggle right now. And just thinking about you guys and truly praying for you guys that's dealing with this. So let's begin. This is my story of how I encountered Jesus, how I encountered the love that he had for me. It all started back when I was in my mom's womb, and it was intended for me not to be there, but by the grace of God, today I'm here, and I just thank God for all of that and just how amazing it has been in my life. I became a Christian back in 2011, but even before that, I always loved Jesus. I loved going to church. I loved him, but I didn't really know who I was loving. I just knew that I loved Jesus. I went to church and loved going to church and being there. And for me, that's just where that started, my willingness to know him. Going to church was good, it's great, but that was not enough for me. I had to seek Jesus. There was a moment when which I actually thank God for today, because had that not happened, we probably would not have been here, where I was alone. I had no friends. My book of choice was the Bible. So I'm like, wow, that was really something that God used in my life. And for those of you who do not know, I have been through a 8 year long struggle with mental health, depression, suicide, and self-hatred, and that was all behind the veil of rejection. And I didn't know it at the time, but eventually I came to know it. And to me it was like, wow. To me it's like I needed to know Jesus. I just needed to know him. I knew that what I was doing was harmful to me. And I got to a point in time where I grew tired of it, I grew tired of always looking for acceptance from other people, of not being myself. I grew tired of it all, of harming myself. It was just like, no, this has to stop. And I gave my life to Jesus. But it did not end there. It's still ongoing process, like until the day I meet him. And it's been a roller coaster. I've had some amazing encounters as well, which is what I want to share with you guys. Is that I was sitting outside one day and just covered with so much darkness, and can't really recall what I was doing, but I was just sitting outside and speaking like words of hatred over myself. and I was crying, and I got up eventually and went to the bathroom, looked in the mirror, and I remember I was screaming at myself. I was like telling myself, I hate you. and and asking myself, why are you living, and stuff like that. And just accept. Just a crazy moment was had when I was looking in the mirror. I did not like what I saw. and then what I experienced, it was absolutely crazy. There's no window behind. There was no window behind me. But all of a sudden behind me, I saw this light that was literally surrounding me. And it was like I saw myself glowing. And it's like I saw a glow behind me, and I saw myself glowing. And my face was glowing. Like, whoa, what just happened there? And later on, as I got to know Jesus more and more and encounter his love more and more, I realized that that was his way of showing me how beautiful I am. And and from that day onwards, I I loved what I saw in the mirror. I loved to see myself in the mirror, and sometimes I tell myself, you're beautiful. Not that I don't say it all the time, I just don't say it in the mirror, but every time I look at myself, I'm like, you are so beautiful. I even still do it to this day. And even now, seeing this video, like, it's not even arrogance. Even now, seeing this video, I'm like, Shayma, you're beautiful. Anyway, and there was another encounter that I had where I truly came to see how demonic that mental health struggles were, how demonic the illness was. And there was another encounter that I had where I had this vision while I was in the middle of an episode, and I was harming myself, and I saw this vision of like a demon and an angel fighting, and they were fighting over me. They were fighting about me, and I was like, in that space, my mind was gone because I was just focused on what I was doing. And at the same time, I was like so marveled at what is happening here. And once again, Jesus showed me that he had better for me. He did not want me to do this to myself anymore. And that was the day where I finally surrendered, and I'm like, I'm truly done with this. I am not going through this again. Yeah, I'm not going through this again. And my words were tested over the years. And nevertheless, I am now fully loved by Jesus, believing that, receiving that, and fully receiving what he has done for me. And so grateful for him. And in conclusion to this video, what he has done for me, he can do the same. He wants to do the same thing for you. He wants to do the same thing for you. Like, even though you haven't seen good examples of people, God is still God, and He is perfect. He never fails us, even when people do. He never disappoints us, even when people do. He loves us unconditionally when people do not. He is always there for us, and He's always going to be there for us. He's always going to be there for you. So today, if you do not have that relationship with Jesus, if you know of Him but not know Him, I would like to invite you to seek Him, to surrender to Him. Say, Lord Jesus, come into my life. I need you. I'm done doing things my way. Come and guide me, because ultimately He knows the best about you. He knows even how many hairs you have on your head. And He knows you. So take the opportunity to get to know Him as well, because He is the way, the truth, and the life. And Jesus is coming back soon. And with Him, there's no measure of time. So soon can be any time. Not even He knows. But when that time comes, make sure that you are fully ready to step into that light. I love you all. Bye.